Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. So I came across a heart-touching story dealing with body image anxiety. So many of us experience this along our journeys, along the road to becoming our greatest version. I certainly did. Andressa Urach, a Miss Bum Bum runner-up, 27 years old, nearly died when she suffered septic shock after surgery to remove huge amounts of chemical fillers injected into her thighs. And she gave the first interview to the Mail Online, and she revealed how she felt stupid for her obsession with her looks, fame, and wants to warn other women. She revealed she had a near-death experience while in a coma that led her to believe she was being punished by God. And right now she is in indescribable pain and feels ashamed of the holes in her legs after her skin and muscles were torn to shreds after her body began to rot. And she admits she shopped for cosmetic surgery like she does in a supermarket and was going to have a rib and toe removed. Now, this story is captivating, sad, but I see it as a wake-up call because so many of us don't like our bodies. And we can learn so much from other people's experiences. The Brazilian TV host sobbed as she told how she had been born again after surviving the terrifying ordeal which even her doctors feared she wouldn't get through alive. Andressa's obsession with her looks began when she was still a child, when she dreamed of being one of the young helpers on a children's TV superstar program. Now, it's amazing because it always starts in our childhood where we get the program. That's why they call it a television program, because you are being programmed. Doctors saved her life, but now she's confined to a wheelchair and has large holes in her legs where doctors reached the harmful chemicals. And the model, once considered one of Brazil's most beautiful females, vowed to spend the rest of her life alerting other women to the dangers of drastic surgery. Now, what are these substances? Hydrogel. This is a substance known as a permanent soft tissue filler. It is made from 5% polyacrylamide gel and 95% water. The gel, which is very similar to human soft tissue, is injected beneath the skin or muscle depending on different places where it can't be seen or felt and remains in place permanently. And also PMMA is a perspex type substance made in Brazil and is often used for buttock augmentation in South American companies. Now, what did she have to say? This is the most intriguing part. This is what we all can learn from people that don't love their bodies enough. The 27-year-old said she came face to face with death after she briefly died in the emergency room. Recalling the moment she died, Andressa said, I knew that I'd left my body and died. I arrived in an empty place, like a desert, completely silent. That's when I knew that God exists. I felt His presence. I knew I was at the judgment. My life flashed before me like a film. I felt ashamed, and I knew I wasn't worthy to enter heaven. I asked for forgiveness and begged for another chance. I promised to make amends. I'm paying now for my vanity. I was extremely vain, everything in search of perfection. But instead of making my body more beautiful, I ended up damaging it instead and making it ugly. Urach also said she had become too accustomed to getting plastic surgery. I was actually planning to have one of my ribs removed to make me slimmer and one of my toes removed to make my feet thinner. Can you believe that? Now, that's how out of control I had got. She said, I've always considered myself ugly. I was really thin as a teenager. I even got bullied at school for being so bony. I wasn't tall enough to be a catwalk or catalog model, but I wanted to be famous. It was a time when all beautiful women on TV had curves, big bottoms and thighs. Society dictated to you how you should look if you wanted to be successful. I never thought twice about going under the knife, and when people warned me of the dangers, I just thought, I'll deal with that if it happens, Urach said. I'd go to the doctor like I go to the supermarket, saying I want this, that, and the other. I just wanted people to look at me and think, wow. And lastly also, she said, please ladies, don't do it. It's a poison you're putting into your body, something you are risking your whole life for. It's not worth it, believe me. I've found out the hard way. Now, this story is an incredible insight, first-hand insight on what body image anxiety does to all of us. This woman is incredibly brave to come out and share her story with us. And I send her much healing, much love, and much support. But you have to ask yourself out there listening and realize that your body is beautiful. Do you think it has to be changed? If so, why? And then we start to see it's because we're trying to compare ourselves to other people. But you see, even if you get the body you want externally, you have to ask yourself, how do I feel internally? Because that's the only thing that matters. How you see yourself is the only thing that matters. I am not against what anybody decides to do. If you want to have plastic surgery, that is beautiful. But you have to always remember to love yourself 100%, because how you see yourself is the most important thing in the world. Once you have that inner radiance, you start creating that outer shine. So there you have it. Love yourself 100%, love your body, love your mind, and love everything about you. Even what you think is not beautiful, love it. We are here, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace.